What is going on, everybody? And before you guys say anything, yes, I know my Saints suck, but we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about wrestling because right here in Wrestling City, that is what we talk about. We are your host, as always. I'm Taylor.
And I'm Ryler.
And man, the seeds are finally being planted. Jimmy Uso was on Raw tonight trying to get his brother back, but Jay was not having any of it. He told Jimmy Uso, no, get out of my face, man. And besides that, not much happened. Another pretty boring episode of Monday Night Raw. There was a pretty good promo between Cody Rhodes and Gunther, building up more hype for their match at Crown Jewel for the Crown Jewel Championship. You had Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, you had Tiffany Stratton team up with Rhea Ripley. They took on Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan in the main event. That match ended in a DQ. Nia Jax would end up appearing. She took out Liv Morgan, tried to get Tiffany Stratton to cash in on Liv Morgan, but Daddy Dominic Mysterio, came out to save Liv Morgan, and that's how the show ended. But other than that, not much happened. But man, the seeds have been planted. Jimmy was on Raw tonight. When do you think we'll see them finally reunite?
Geez, that's kind of hard. I think that, well, right now, with it being, I guess at this point, mid October, this month has flown by. It's still going to be, what, like a month or so until Survivor Series? I wonder if, I don't think they're going to do it that quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know, maybe though. I feel like the long term plan, though, is still WrestleMania. So maybe a few. I could maybe see it maybe a week or two before Survivor Series. This, when it comes to this, how they're building it, obviously they've only done it for this show. So just the vibes I was getting from this segment, it kind of reminds me of how they did Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins in like I think 2018 or whatever, when he
Mm-hmm.
kept on trying to get the Shield back together and they were like, no, I can't trust you or whatever. And I feel like it's going to go that route. We're going to keep on seeing Jimmy Uso, keep on seeing him, and then maybe the roles will flip. And then, then Jay and, but yeah, maybe. You think it's going to be by time for Survivor Series?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think it'll be before Survivor Series. Not sure when before Survivor Series. I could see maybe. I think we'll find out next week when, like, because I think next week is when it'll pick up a lot more because Jimmy Uso. I mean, excuse me, Jay Uso will be
Oh, yeah.
defending his Intercontinental title against Braun Breaker, and there's actually been a dark match advertised for next week's Raw as well. It'll be Cody Rhodes taking on Solo Sikoa. So Solo Sikoa will be at Raw next week, and I think he will cost Jey Uso his match, and Braun Breaker will defeat Jey
Mm.
Uso, and I think Jimmy Uso will try to come out and make the save. I don't know. That's just what I think. I mean, could you see that happening?
What I see is I'm about to get the win, and then Brock Lesnar cut down. So just leftover, prediction from Bad Blood. Um, I think that's possible now that you say that, but at the same time, I guess at that point, yeah, the draft is completely cooked. I mean, so I guess I could see him on Raw.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean that sounds okay though. That at least makes sense with what's going on.
Hmm.
Now, yeah, I wonder if they're gonna go full on with people showing up from SmackDown to that point. But I mean, they did it with Rhea Ripley. They don't have a reason to show up, do they?
I mean, yeah, you got a point there. I mean, I'm okay with like them showing up on different brands, but just as long as just it's not everybody. I'm okay if they
It's a
have.
slippery slope.
I mean, I'm okay if they have a few people come over for like storyline purposes, especially for a storyline like this with the
Mhm.
bloodline. I'd be okay with that. And I mean, I guess with Crown Jewel coming up, you got to like get those rivalries going on. So, I mean, there are a few exceptions that to make for the. I guess you could call it the wild card rule, but
PTSD.
geez, yeah. Uh, Also, you mentioned Brock Lesnar, and I don't know if you were
Yep.
paying attention much
Yes,
to
I was.
Raw tonight, but man, there were quite a few mentions of the Beast tonight. Seth
A
Rollins
very
made a
obvious one.
yes,
Yes.
Seth Rollins mentioned it. Cody Rhodes even mentioned it in his promo between him and Gunther tonight. Now, you did say in your predictions that Brock Lesnar would appear at Bad Blood. We were doing those predictions, and man, the more I mean, I don't know. They were they kept saying the Beast, and it
Dude,
started making me think that I
it
mean he
was
might be on
so
his way back.
It was so random when Cody said it. It was like the
Yeah,
last thing he said. He was like, what did he say? He's like, I've slayed like the top champion or whatever. And then he's like, and I've also slayed a beast or whatever he said. And then he
yeah,
just dropped the mic and that was the end of the segment. There was no follow up or anything to that. I was like, okay. Like, I was expecting at that point, well, they did like the handshake or whatever, but I
mhm.
was expecting him to like, I don't know, maybe hit in that moment. I was like, surely they're not going to do that because it's the middle of the show. But yeah, I thought that was really weird. They have to be doing that for a reason.
Yeah.
I think his return's inevitable at this point.
I think so too. As much as I really don't care to see Brock, as much as I don't care to see Brock Lesnar back in the WWE, I mean, I've said this before. I'll say it again. I just don't think we need him anymore.
He's
I
going to
mean,
come
yeah.
back and take Braun Breaker to Suplex City.
All
I know,
right,
I just crushed you.
that's enough for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed.
It's better than Goldberg, right? Maybe,
No,
possibly, probably
I mean,
not.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no,
Let's
no.
just try and avoid both, huh?
Yes. I mean, let's just try to keep him out of WWE. How about that? Both of them out of
That's
WWE.
fair. That's fair. I mean, I don't want to see him either. Honestly, I just think it's gonna happen.
It's going
Unfortunately,
to happen. Yes, unfortunately. But other than that, not much from Raw this week.
yeah,
Like I said, a pretty boring episode. I mean,
same as
this
last
week's
week,
episode
basically.
was
Yeah.
pre-taped because they're doing a
Hmm.
tour in England right now. So most of the stuff that happened on this week's Raw we saw last week through social media. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for the continued support right here in Wrestling City. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Come join the greatest city in the world, Wrestling City, for all of your wrestling content, mainly WWE. That's just how we roll over here.
That's how we roll. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, sorry to all the AEW fans. Not really though. But yeah, make sure to like this video, be a friend, tell a friend, and until then, we will see you guys next time. Peace.